Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Duels. So, apologies for the late upload of this video. Somebody started doing some DIY today, so this video is inevitably going to be late because they took hours and they've only just stopped. And it's about, let's have a look, 8 o'clock. And this is supposed to be out at 11, so yeah, most of the stuff on the channel is going to be late today, unfortunately, but I should hopefully get it out anyway. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the game, shall we? See you in a bit. Alright, we are in and we're on the play. We have 3 lands into a Nissa's Pilgrimage plus a Tireless Tracker, so I think this is a pretty decent hand, a little bit of removal as well. Don't think you can get much better than that. So play a Forest and pass the turn over and see what our opponent is doing. Red. Alright. Well, that does mean that we're not going to throw out Tireless Tracker on turn 3 because it'll probably get burnt away. So I'll just play a Forest anyway. And pass the turn. Blue-red. Okay. This might be a tutelage deck, perhaps. Either way, it's fairly likely that burn is going to be the case. So, we could land and Nissa's Pilgrimage thin out a deck. I think that's the way that we want to go this time. Yeah, let's do it. Get 1 into play, 1 into hand, so that we can trigger Tireless Tracker next turn. Which would be reet nice. And another red source into a Jessian Thief. So this is prowess, actually. Okay. Well. If that gets combat damage in, he gets to draw a card, which is unfortunate for us. We could Tireless Tracker and Nature's Way the crap out of it. Do I want to do that, though? Because there's far worse prowess creatures that you could have. Yeah, I guess we're going to Tireless Tracker. Play a land, get a clue. We can sack the clue if we want to. Yeah, if we pass here, he attacks in, probably gets some prowess triggers, we let it all happen. If he tries to burn our Tireless Tracker, we can either sack the clue to give it 3 toughness, or we could Primal Bellow to save it. Which I don't like saving creatures with Primal Bellows, but might be the thing to do. Alternatively, we could just Nature's Way, take it off the board. But then we risk losing our Tireless Tracker to a removal spell. But we can pull some Marasser it back, I suppose, so yeah, let's do that. Fight that, please, while he can't do anything about it. New card draw for you. We want him to run out of steam quite fast as well. So if we hit a land next turn, we're in pretty good shape because we can Nissa's Renewal. We can Druid and do it next turn anyway. Galvanic Bombardment. Yeah. So we could have maybe saved the tracker there, but he probably has another burn spell on top of that anyway. We do hit a land, which is nice. Means that we get to ramp and gain a lot of life as well. Hopefully he's not running counters. No, they never usually do. Alright, get 3 forests. Gain 7 life. We just need to find ourselves a big fatty creature now, and we're good to go. Pyromancer's Assault. Ooh. So whenever they cast their second spell in a turn, they can do 2 damage to a creature or player. And we get a Bestiary. Right, well I'm going to sack the clue. Actually, hang on. We can pulse to get back the tracker, play the tracker, sack the clue. Or we could pulse for the tracker, play the Bestiary, and pay 1 to draw a card there. But we probably lose the tracker again. I think we sack the clue. Let's tap our colourless. Reclamation Sage for the Pyromancer's Assault. I think we'll save that for now. We're at 27 life, so 2 damage per turn isn't really anything bad. So I guess Bestiary into Druid, pay 1 and draw a card. We get to scry then and find the big creatures that we're looking for. Ooh, Nissa Vital Force. That is really good. Okay, that's the pressure we were looking for. Okay, pass the turn over. Highland Lake, a tapped land. He might be struggling just because he hasn't got double blue, perhaps. Grip of the Royal to tap down our Druid and draw him a card. He's probably looking for a 1 mana spell so he can trigger that, but doesn't find it. We get to scry. Explosive Vegetation to the bottom. Yeah, we get a Hydra instead. Right. So I think we want to go Nissa here. So that we can untap a land and hit him for 5. Yep. And then we can pulse back the tracker or something like that if we want to do that. And if Nissa stays exactly as she is, then we can ultimate her and every single land we hit draws as a card, so all of our ramp spells turn into card draw spells. All of our creatures are cantrips, and we can make all of our lands cantrips, which just means we can get absolutely out of hand. There's not much our opponent can do about it. Docent of Perfection. Okay. So this guy, whenever you cast instants and sorceries, you get a blue human wizard, and then you get to flip them and they all get flying and +2/+1, which is pretty sweet. Made a deck around that card. It was a lot of fun. Ooh. Nah, to the bottom. We get one anyway. Okay, so we could ultimate Nissa here, play a land, draw a card. She's likely going to die very quickly to this Docent, that's the thing. We also have Oran Reef Hydra. We can pay 1 to draw a card off of it as well, and the land is going to make it a 7/7. So we'll see what the Oran Reef grabs us. Pay the 1. We get another Druid. Okay, I think I am going to ultimate Nissa here. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card, so we're going to do this now. Say yes. We get another land. Oran Reef Hydra goes to a 7/7. And then we can play a Druid again. Pay 1 to draw a card. I think we're safe to do that. Yes. We get another land, which will draw us another card later. Okay. I think we're fairly well set up to win now. We get to give our Oran Reef Hydra +10/+10 next turn. Niblis of Frost. He could tap down our Oran Reef Hydra here, which would be upsetting. Looks like he might be doing it on our turn though. So he's getting in for 5. Alright. We get to scry. Yep, we're keeping that. Okay. So, let's play a forest. We draw a card. Oran Reef Hydra gets +2/+2. Playing a bridge is just going to seal the deal. Let's go to combat. Yeah. Galvanic Bombardment. We can hit him for 11 this turn. I think we'd rather wait on that, actually. He's running low on cards, so he won't be able to do this forever. So he takes down one of our druids. Should have... Actually, floating the mana there wouldn't have done anything for us. Okay. So, I think maybe we play in a bridge here to set up Ulamog and Guy's Revenge, that kind of thing, for the next turn. There's 8 mana next turn, which puts us at 4 mana. So we could Pulse and Primal Bellow in the turn, or even Reclamation Sage and Primal Bellow. Yeah, let's go for it. Play in a bridge. And we can even Uvenwald Hydra here, actually. Won't be able to draw a card off of it, but it'll get us another land. Another threat on the board that our opponent has to tap down in order to survive. Grab a forest, pumps up our Hydra, we draw a card. We get more lands to draw more cards. Okay. If he can cast enough spells in a turn though, this Docent's gonna get pretty disgusting. Is this a wizard in itself? It's not, is it? An insect horror? Yeah. So he needs to cast 2 more instants. And he has 3 in hand. 3 cards in hand. What is he doing? 2 damage to target creature, 1 damage to each creature our opponent controls. So he's just killing our druid. Sure. He's tapped down our answers though. And a Pyromancer's Assault, so he can deal 2 damage to us. It's not an instant and sorcery though, so he isn't going to flip his Docent this turn. No, he's getting close. And swings in with everything. Okay, so a fight spell will do it for us. If we can get a Guy's Revenge off the planar bridge. Right. This is where it gets a bit finicky. Because we can get a Guy's Revenge, but we can't make it unblockable. Nor can we give it Trample. Really wanted a Nature's Way there. That would have won it right on the spot. Next turn, we say cast an instant or sorcery. Then he flips this over. It becomes a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I think we need an extra creature on the board to block 2. I know they're going to get flying, aren't they? Nah, Hydra's already tapped. Let's play a forest. Let's see what we can get. Explosive vegetation. We're on a virtual 16. You can't forget that. I guess I'm going to go grab the... Is the Guy's Revenge the best thing we can grab? Green Warden allows us to Nissa's Renewal. I think we can survive with that actually. So I'll get Green Warden. Gets us Nissa's Renewal. Yes. And then we pass the turn. We just got to survive this turn and we should be fine. There's no way you can tap down all 3 creatures, especially if you just hit a land there. So to even get close, yeah, he needs something like a Savage Alliance. But there's no trigger on the assault there. What's he doing? Creature gains trample. Alright. Okay. So he flips his stuff. Taps us out. And kills our Green Warden. We'll grab a Nature's Way. Because we can. Swings in with everything. I'm not doing the maths here, unfortunately. So we might be dead. 3, 6, 10. I think he's got us. Yeah. Was that bang on, or is that -1? It might have been -1. It was so close. Let's have a look. Yeah, -1. Wonder how we could have pulled that one out. Yeah, well. Let's go on to the next game. Okay, we're in. This actually seems like a pretty sweet hand. 2 tireless trackers and a fair amount of lands to trigger the clues on them. So, play a forest and say go. What is our opponent doing? Not playing. Okay, wonderful. Come on. Starts with a land. I think our opponent's not at their PC. Which is annoying. There we go. Alright, playing white. Passes a turn. Potentially white weenie, but usually they've got a decent start by that point. So we'll play a forest and pass the turn. Hopefully they're still at their computer. You can do it, sir. Play a land. Please. Please just play a land. There you go. Black, white. Okay, so this might be drain, potentially. Alright, we'll play a forest, and we're going to pass the turn again. I want to get value out of these tireless trackers by playing lands straight after them, so at least if they do die to whatever he's got in his hand that he's not playing, then we get a clue out of it at the very least. I want some value from them. And we're going to need value from them as well, because we don't have anything in hand to do. That is a Skulking, Lifelinking, 1/3. Sure. Okay, so it's unblockable essentially. We get a Green Warden. So tireless tracker comes down. Forest comes down, grabs us a clue. This is his opportunity to kill tireless tracker. Let's see if he does. Green Warden can even grab back the tireless tracker later down the line as well, so. Essence Extraction, 3 damage to the tracker. He gains 3 life. Alright. So I'm very much glad that I didn't play a tireless tracker on the turn where we wouldn't have had any value. An Oran Reef Hydra. We're at 5 mana, so we'll play the tireless tracker down again. If he has another Essence Extraction, we can actually sack a clue and it'll make no difference. Okay. So, get another clue. Pass the turn. We'll be sacking a clue on the end step anyway, regardless of what he does here. Oblivion Strike. Alright, well, now he's tapped out. We're going to sack a clue. Exiles the tireless tracker. We get a Primal Bellow. Lovely. Glad he's using Exile like that on a Tireless Tracker, because if we do end up getting things like our Ulamog around, then at least he's used the good removal on less powerful creatures. Alright. Play a land. Do we Green Warden for the Tracker, or do we Oran Reef Hydra for a decent amount of damage next turn? The damage isn't so good if he has removal for it, whereas Green Warden at least gets us some value and still gets in for a bit of damage. So I think we'll go with Green Warden to grab a Tireless Tracker back. Say yes. And pass the turn. So we've got a decent clock on him now. He's dead in 5 turns if he doesn't block. 6 if he does. Or 7 actually, because he'll gain some life. Lone Rider. It must be Life Drain. Just in a really strange build. I approve of strange builds. They're always very interesting. Okay. 3 mana open. Has he got anything else he wants to do? He does have something. Otherwise he'd have passed. Retreat to Hagra. Okay. Right. So. First things first. Let's swing in with Green Warden. Not going to use the Primal Bellow just yet. Save it for when it might be lethal. So we can get a lot more value out of it. So he lets it go. So we can Tireless Tracker, play a land, sack both of the clues. Or we can Oran Reef Hydra, play a land and get a 7/7. Which we can then swing in with. Make Green Warden unblockable. 7/7 with an extra 8 on top of that as well with the Primal Bellow. Seems pretty good. So it's whether or not we push for damage or we push for card advantage. And I'm not sure what the correct option could be here. Are we in any rush? I don't think we're in a rush. So let's Tracker. Play the Rogue's Passage, save our forests for the Oran Reef Hydra. Pass the turn. We can sack both of those clues, and then we've got a 5/4. So our opponent's coming in for an attack potentially. Looks like it. He wants to gain 1 life. It's clearly a combat trick, so I'm going to let it go. He has to gain 3 or more life, so he has to find another 2 life. He's got 1 on the retreat. He needs to have another life gain spell of some sort in his hand. A Gideon. Ooh. Well, that ain't life gain, so the Lone Rider is not flipping. And passes the turn. Alright. Sack our clue. Sack our clue. Get 2 counters on the Tracker. Get a Sylvan Advocate, which is quite nice. It's actually a 4/5. And a Nissa's Pilgrimage. And a Druid. Okay. So, we play the Hydra here. Then we can play a land, get a clue. Have a Primal Bellow open. Alternatively, we can Oran Reef Hydra, play a Forest, play a Advocate post-combat to block whatever he's got. Yeah, let's play out the Hydra. And then play a forest so that we get a clue. If I'm somehow missing something, then the tracker can get an extra counter on it if it's necessary. And we'll swing for 10 at our opponent. Don't care too much about Gideon, because the Hydra can block it. We've got +7. So that's 17 if it's unblockable. Unblocked, should I say. And it ain't. Okay, so an extra blocker here seems good. Plus an extra attacker next time around. 4/5 vigilance. It's pretty good. Plus is Gideon, so he's coming in for an attack. Probably not going to block with the Hydra. Shoulder to shoulder to support. Okay, and draw a card. So he gets to put a counter on each of his creatures. And swinging in. We can very likely just win on this swing back here, can't we? He takes us down to 10. He's got 2 creatures. We're going to make one unblockable, then we've got a trampler coming through. So he blocks 2, we get 5. Yeah, I think we can just win. So there's no point blocking. Let's not risk the victory. And he passes. We get another land. Alright, so we play a forest. Get a clue. Get 2 counters on our Hydra. Then we can pilgrimage to get an extra counter. Take him up to an 11. We can still afford the Rogue's Passage plus the Primal Bellow then. I think that should just do it. If it doesn't do it, it's very close to doing it. Grab 1 in hand, 1 on the field, get a clue. Alright. Go to attacks, swinging in with everything at our opponent. Pause. And make the Green Warden unblockable. See where he throws his blocks. And then Primal Bellow either on the Green Warden or the Hydra. I don't think it'll particularly matter which one we go for. Blocks the Advocate, blocks the Tracker. I think we'll go for Green Warden. Why not? If he makes us a second attacking creature, then we just sack one of the ones that he's blocked with. And that's going to be game. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. So if you did enjoy the video, then be sure to leave a like. It helps me out a great deal and lets me know you're enjoying the deck and the series. As always, be sure to subscribe for some more Magic Duels in the future and hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button to be notified when I release new videos. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.